Good morning, everyone. 8:06. It is Dixon and Vining at Talk 99.5, talk995.com on a Monday. It is the 8th of June as we kick off another work week, 2026. We got Mark Spud Friedman in for Richard today. Richard will return tomorrow, just taking a vacation day today. So thank you, Spud, for being with us. Steve West behind the glass. Rain chances today continue. We got about a 60% chance of showers. Daytime high of 84. Was hoping we'd dry out a little bit more after some of the flooding that we had in the area. North Alabama, here in Homewood, parts of Birmingham, with an awful lot of rain. So just hang in there. We got to get through today with another round of it, potentially. And then rain chances go down a little bit for Tuesday, and Wednesday maybe about a 30% chance. So all in all, not too terribly bad out there. You're getting a lot of love out there, Spud, on our text line, 545-9950. People saying a lot of nice things. Angry Trucker weighing in this morning. Good morning, y'all. I did a lot of the framing and drywall at Bud's Best Cookies. They started production while we were still working there, and the smell of baking cookies drove us nuts. It's really hard to get anything done when you're consistently drooling. That's really good, Jerry. Thank you for sharing that with us.
That is good.
Lynn weighing in on this. I eat an avocado and a fried egg mixed together every day. Sometimes that's all I'll eat because I have disciplined myself enough to eat glass and eat healthier.
She may have meant eat less.
Not glass.
But
if you
that
eat glass,
will.
you will eat a lot less.
That's right.
We knew what you meant, Lynn.
Yes.
It just
Voice to text is still not perfected.
That is exactly right. Grumpy Old Goat says, guest host Spud, amaze, exclamation point.
How nice.
Thank you, Grumpy Old Goat. Brian says, Spud, what's the secret to staying stress-free? Question mark. Retirement.
No wife, no kids, no job, no debt.
Uh-huh.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. And here's the other thing. You're retired.
Yes.
So you have to have reason, purpose, right? That's part of being retired, not just sitting. You have purpose.
I don't have purpose. I just have activity.
Right, that's purpose.
Well, I don't mean in terms of productivity, I don't worry about that anymore.
No, you shouldn't.
In terms of accomplishment, I'm past whatever I've accomplished is all I'm going to do.
Right.
And
there's no need.
So how many of you get a chance to come spend 4 hours with a beautiful woman and a good friend on the air and have fun? I'll go home, take a nap.
And then what?
Play a bridge online, take another nap, go play trivia, and go home and go to sleep. That's the whole day.
That's a great day right there.
I mean, it is.
That's
it's
a great
just
day.
Another Saturday in a week of Saturdays.
Yeah. Do you get your days kind of mixed up when you don't? Do you?
Yes, and my hours, too, because all these naps, when you wake up, is it 5 a.m. or 5 p.m.?
That's the problem with taking all the naps, and you don't sleep at night.
Oh, no, I sleep.
Do you?
Oh, yes.
No problem there?
If that was an Olympic sport, I'd be on the medal platform.
Gold!
I keep looking for a girl for mixed doubles in sleeping, but I hadn't had any success
that doesn't
on that
work?
yet.
Well,
Well, it could work.
Hey, listen, you keep
She has to be very still and quiet, no snoring.
Still, no snoring?
That's what I mean. How am I going to get to sleep with snoring next to me?
Do you snore?
I don't know, and I don't care.
I just don't want her to snore.
What difference does it make to me?
You just get a CPAP machine, put it over there.
When you spend your life with no one to answer to or please or worry about or compromise with.
No compromise.
I mean, it's always puzzled me how these men they'll say, I think I'm going to go out to play golf this morning. Well, there's the Bluff Park Art Show.
Yeah.
I saw that in the news.
Right.
So we need to go. No, you need to go. Find a friend. Go to the Bluff Park Art Show. I'll go play golf. We'll meet afterwards for lunch. Oh, I'd so much like for you to go to the art show with me.
Yeah. You know, it's funny because I've kind of reached that point in life. I really have. Where I'm like, if I don't want to do something, I don't do it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
but if you're married, that's sometimes not an option.
There was a concert. I'll give you an example. There was a concert this past weekend that you went to.
Yes.
That I got invited to, and I said, no, I really don't care to go. Well, why not? You know the music. You like the band. I was like,
correct.
I just really don't want to go. I don't have any desire to go. And they all went. A whole group of people, friends, family, they all went. I was like, I don't want to go.
You've heard this motto of mine a dozen times. I'm the world's leading expert on what I like. So if you're not sure what I like, just ask me.
Right.
I can tell you, avocados, no.
You don't like avocados.
That's right.
I love avocados.
Diet Mountain Dew, yes.
Yes.
Three Dog Night, yes. rap music. No,
No.
it's and I'd really not waver on a lot of this stuff.
yeah.
You want to go see Jay-Z in New York?
Have
No.
at it.
That's right. I'll stay home and watch a basketball game on TV. So when nobody comes in and says, "Let's watch Beaches again." No,
You're like,
no. I'm going to watch a rerun of
Has
Two and a Half Men.
Has someone done that to you?
Could have in
Really?
the past.
Oh,
Sometime in
no.
the past.
I'd be like, no, we're not watching that.
Sometime in the past, like horror movies. What if you're dating a girl and she says, "I really
I
want
love
to go
horror
see
movies.
a..."
Listen, that should be your first question. If you in your life, I know you're a bachelor right now, but if that someone comes along, you're
Yeah.
like, I didn't see this one coming.
Yeah.
And she says she likes horror. It needs to be the first question. Second question. Do you snore and do you like horror movies?
That's right. And if you like horror movies, I don't have a problem. Call Steve West and go to the horror movie with him and Karen.
And
they'll-
Richard, they can go
and
with
Karen
Richard
ain't
will
going.
see the horror movie, and
Karen
Valerie and I'll go watch the NBA Game
Yeah.
3.
Yeah,
I can tell you right now, Karen ain't going to no horror movie, and I'm probably not either.
So she's just down to Dixon.
Good luck. I'll get you in touch with Debbie.
That's where Debbie Schlussel will go with her.
She'll go with her, yeah.
Why would you want to be more scared than life already presents
That's
you?
what I don't understand. I mean, some people really love them and they laugh. They'll laugh through a scary movie. For me,
I'll
like,
laugh through a slasher movie because it's just so over the top.
I don't need to see that. It gets in my
Do you
brain.
have that gene inside you that likes thrills, like excitement, where adrenaline pumping, kind of zip lining and parachuting, and is that?
Depends on exactly what it is.
Well, what
Like
is
a-
it? What among that would you like?
like a roller coaster? I love a good roller coaster. That's fun to
Turn
me.
upside down?
Yeah, I just don't want to get stuck. There's all these
Well,
people that keep
that's-
getting stuck on they're upside down. I'm like, no, I don't want any of that.
No, I mean that's. But if you was a good
Like
roller coaster,
speed,
you'd
love
go
to
on
get
it.
on a Sea-Doo and fly across the lake when it's like glass. Oh gosh, do I love that? That's so much fun to me.
Steve, anything in that category you like?
Get me behind the wheel of a race car at any track, and
Oh,
I'll
there
go.
we
That's
go. There
That's
we go.
right.
Yeah.
I drive
You?
none.
None.
I don't think there's a single thing you would call.
Parachute?
No.
No.
I took my friend Sarah to parasail down in.
Parasail is
That-
easy and lovely.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
there's
she
no-
said, "What do you want
I've
to do?"
done that.
I said, "You go parasail. Hooters is just down the block here. Text.
Cold beer and wings. Here I come.
Call me when you're done. I'll come pick you up. I don't want to hang up there in the air.
Oh, it's so peaceful. and
Mountain
beautiful.
climbing, rock climbing.
That's too much work.
Yeah, and that's another thing I
What's
hate.
at the top of the mountain? Because
Now, yeah,
I
I-
did that
I-
at Diamond Head in Hawaii,
Uh-huh.
and you get
The
up
end
there and you see
result
the
is
old World War
beautiful.
II installment that was there, and
Yeah.
that interests me.
Yeah.
If you're just climbing to the top of a mountain and you go, okay, now I got to go back down. No, I'm not interested.
I did go when I went to Hawaii. I did go on a helicopter ride over the lava flow, and it
Well,
was
that's pretty.
That's pretty.
it
Cool.
was, but I never
That's
felt
reckless there, Spud. That is just plain
that's
reckless.
about
Reckless
as
for
much
Spud.
as I'll do. That's about as big a risk as I'll take. In fact, Steve, if you can give me a ride down to my car in the parking lot right outside the door, I would like that around 10 today.
Around 10 o'clock.
You
You don't do anything like
nothing. Whitewater
that.
rafting.
Did you do it when you were younger, when you were thinking about
Some, but not for the excitement. I mean, I went
it?
whitewater rafting.
Whitewater rafting is a ball.
Depends on where you go.
And I guess maybe
There's
your
some people who
age.
these class 4 and class 5s
Yeah.
and stuff. But you go down the Ocoee, you
Yeah.
just hang on, and then toward
Yeah.
the last half mile, you just jump out and float down. I'm good at floating,
Yeah.
but I'm not. That stuff where there's fear, the fear factor,
Yeah.
I like it set at 0.
So
Yeah,
whitewater rapids are out.
The
yeah, out.
The one time that I went down the Chattooga, which is where the movie Deliverance was filmed in the mountains, and at one point they'd say to you, "Would you like to get out of the raft? Because down here, you're apt to either have your raft flip, and then there's like this thing that will suck you
Whirlpool,
down."
yes, yeah.
And people have died.
Really?
A number of people have died there, and they're like, "We give you everyone in the raft an option to either get out right here. We'll let you out, and you can walk down past it, or you can continue to ride the
What
rapids."
did you do?
I rode.
And
Nothing. I mean, it was fine.
were you ever fearful?
A little bit. I didn't want to fall out and die,
You're right,
but I was like, let's just
Thanks
get
for
the
the
you
rid
warning.
of
weren't
this.
panicked.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. But, And the only thing, skydiving, I was this close. The day we were supposed to do it, I was suited up, ready to go, and the clouds came in and they said, there's not going to be any jumping.
How about
today."
zip lining?
I've done that out at Red Mountain.
Was it fun?
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay.
But
I'll wait for you at the end, and we'll go over to Hooters and get a
And get a-
cheeseburger.
Wings and a beer.
That's it. I took a girlfriend out to Vegas, and she wanted to zip line. I said,
Have
just
at
tell
it.
me. I'll drop you at the start, and I'll be waiting for you at the finish. I don't want to see
And
it.
did she nag at
we
you
ended
to
up
do
not
it?
doing that. I think
Oh.
it was another bad weather day.
Oh.
So we went to the M&M's Museum, which I like.
I'd
Nothing
like
wrong
to
with
go
that.
to that one.
3 stories high.
Really?
Everything in the world you could think of M&M.
I mean, how long does it take to go through an M&M factory?
30 minutes.
30?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it might be quicker than that.
They give you free
Chocolate
samples.
with a coating.
I mean, you could.
And then you put
but
the M
if
on
it's
it.
3 stories high, you know they got more than just bags of M&M.
They give you free samples?
Oh, yeah, plenty of that.
Let's see, there you go.
Plenty of that.
Maria texted in, said she just saw an accident happen, 280 inbound right around Hollywood Boulevard, maybe the right lane block. So
Oh,
be
no.
careful.
Well, thank you for that. We
I
appreciate
know
it.
where that is. That's
Yeah.
on my way home.
Dixter texts in, is that Spud the world's greatest lawyer north, south, east, and west of the mighty Mississippi?
Without a billboard.
Without a billboard.
You know, I got so confused the other day with these billboards. I voted for Alexander Shinara.
That's very funny. Spud.
Thank you. I thought I'd throw that in. Well, and you got a rim shot thing there, Steve?
You know, Steve, you know
There
what
you
he's
go.
asked for today? He said he wants a Spud's turn.
Spud's turn.
By all means.
Yeah. So we'll get
Spud's
in,
turn at
yeah,
some point.
At some point. We'll get into it. 8:17. The 3 things you need to know. There is some important news to get to, things that are going on in the Middle East. We'll discuss that. Also, a stabbing that happened in New York. All of it coming up. Talk 99.5. 822, Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Hey, my good friend David Feven and the guys at B-Dry are ready to assist you with anything foundation and waterproofing that you need done at your home. And some of you are like, woo, I just experienced it. A lot of water maybe coming into the crawl space or the basement of your home. It's time to fix it. Just go ahead and call them and get them to come out to give you a free quote and take a look at what's going on around your house. They'll tell you how they're going to resolve it. And right now, for a limited time only, 25% off encapsulation. When you talk about those spaces like the crawl space where there's water in there, you don't need the water, and you certainly need it encapsulated if it's not. So get them out to talk to you a little bit more about that and take advantage of that 25% off with B-Dry. Lock it in, dry it out. That's what it's all about. B-Dry in business over 65 years. I love when I talk with David about B-Dry, and he just lights up when he talks about this company. He's very proud of it. He's proud of the service that this company provides over and over and over again to so many of you here in Central Alabama. So trust a company that's local. They're here and they're operated. The pros of B-Dry can assist you today with resolving these kinds of issues. Cracking in the foundation, too. That is a number of homes across Central Alabama that have had to deal with something like that. And they're like, well, who do I call? You call B-Dry. Let them fix it for you. Again, they stop all 5 ways water can enter your foundation, and they have the strongest lifetime warranty in the business. So it's a great reason to reach out to B-Dry, get to know these guys. Here's the number, 205-942-1976, or just go to bdryalabama.com.
And now, it's Dixon and Vining's top 3 things you need to know.
Man, oh man, it was busy last night. Apparently, Iran and Israel are firing at one another, and President Trump is like, guys, knock it off. I've got to try to get a peace deal with Iran, and I can't do it if you two are going to continue to shoot at one another. Israel Defense Forces posted on X that they completed a large-scale strike on strategic defense systems belonging to the Iranian terror regime. And again, Donald Trump on Truth Social said, please stop. He wants to tell Iran that he will not unfreeze Iranian assets or lift any sanctions before a peace deal is reached with them. Once an agreement is done, he will consider those steps, but there is no wiggle room whatsoever for Iran to have any nuclear weapons or capability, no wiggle room for enriched uranium, and you got to have the Strait of Hormuz back open. That's what it's all about. And apparently the U.S. shot down a pair of Iranian drones that were threatening the strait as well. So we're supposed to be in a ceasefire, Spud, but it sure doesn't feel like it. And what happened overnight between Iran and Israel means that you can call it whatever you want, a ceasefire, but it certainly doesn't appear that way.
And under no circumstances it appears they're going to relinquish their nuclear ambitions and stockpile. So once you say this is a must-have and they say this is a must-not-have, that's when negotiations end. How can you, if they're not going to bend from that, unless you can exert some sort of force that compels them to bend away from what they wanted, they're just going to keep doing what they do. And so, decide if you're willing to live with that, fine. Israel's not. I promise you, Israel will not go down without mass destruction. Yeah. So, and Iran apparently won't either. So,
well, again, the cards are kind of not in Iran's hands. They're in Israel and the U.S.'s hands.
But we got to play them.
We're stopping any of the ships, and the economy is going down the tubes in Iran because nothing is coming in and nothing is coming out because of the Strait of Hormuz situation. So we'll wait and see. But I think Donald Trump's getting really close. He's either going to get a deal or he's going to finally say, okay, enough is enough. We're not going to play this game anymore.
I think
we're
the
going to
latter.
obliterate you. We'll
and
see.
There have been student protests all over Iran because 80 to 85% of the people don't want what the mullahs want.
Absolutely.
They just want to be left alone, run a business, get schooled, run your country. You've got plenty of oil. You can be a rich country. You don't need to be an antagonist. But the leaders, that's what keeps them in power is the threats. It's a big mess, and it doesn't see an easy end.
All right, story number 2. 5 people injured last night after being stabbed in a New Jersey Transit waiting area inside Penn Station. 1 victim suffered serious injuries, 2 sustained moderate injuries, and 2 others reported minor injuries. The fire department responded to the scene. This is West 33rd Street and 7th Avenue in Manhattan. The suspect was taken into custody. Boy, is this a scene to see this.
That's an understatement.
It really is. When they take him into custody, they've got him down on the ground, almost hogtied. They put him in one of those wheelchairs. They've got a sack over his head so he can't, whatever, anti-spitting, whatever it is, anti-biting. I don't know. But you can't even see who this guy is other than a pair of tennis shoes and a pair of shorts. That's really all you see. No idea what the motive in the stabbing is. You know what? It really doesn't matter. This guy, you're a psycho that you're in Penn Station stabbing people.
Right. And
what are you thinking?
So let's say you have to go to Penn Station. How careful must you be?
Always.
You're going to sort of stand in a corner and keep your back to everything. Because I'll bet 5 of those people never woke up that morning thinking.
Let me tell you what. It's one of the reasons I'm not visiting New York City anytime soon. You got Mondani, who's running. I'm saying an ear bunny, running the city of New York. He just said he wants to eliminate ICE from the city. Okay, great. So you're not worried about the citizens of New York and securing the city. You just had a stabbing at Penn Station. You might need ICE agents, and you also may need more police in New York City than doing what you're doing for New Yorkers, because I guarantee you they don't feel very safe. So, whatever. You all voted for him.
That's correct.
This is what you're going to get.
And as people leave and get disgruntled, they'll swing back. The pendulum always swings.
Yep. Finally, this very sad story. We did learn the worst fear for the Higginbotham family. Their son, Weston, was found dead in Japan over the weekend. They were apparently on vacation. Friday, May 29th, he went missing. He got into a disagreement with his family. He wanted to explore. He took off, he said he was going to go on hiking and do some other things. He was on Life 360 on his phone, and that gives, family the ability to see where everybody is. He turned it off, apparently got on a train, visited a hardware store. For 8 days, the family's been looking for him, and Saturday morning, his mother put out on social media that he was found dead in some woods. We do not know any further details. I don't want to speculate yet. The family may want to, in due time, reveal what happened in the woods, what transpired.
The police might give that report as well,
might.
but if you have to be heartbroken for the parents.
Yeah, no question about it.
It's something you never get over the rest of your life.
Nope. Very, very, very sad situation, and thoughts and prayers to them, because you never think in a million years you go on a high school graduation trip with your 18-year-old and your 20-year-old, and one of them doesn't come home. You just never imagine that.
Heart sickening.
It is 8:29. We are back in a minute. You're listening to Dixon and Vining at Talk 99.5, talk995.com, and now on YouTube, Real Talk 995 TV. 8:36. Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Thanks for being with us. And I call it happy because you know what? You get a restart. It's a new week, a new fresh Monday. That's why everybody's always down on Monday. Don't be down on Monday. We're starting new. You know, whole new. Whole. Isn't it great? Isn't it awesome? Spud in the house.
I love it.
I do too. Mondays, they get a bad rap. Monday
They do.
really gets a bad rap.
They do.
I
If
think
you
it's
have a
great.
good attitude about it,
Sure.
it's the head day of the week.
It absolutely is. Absolutely. And I hope everybody had a really good weekend. We still got rain in the forecast. I know we're like, could we get rid of this stuff, please? Had a couple of days. Last week, I'm thinking back, Thursday was gorgeous. That was the day I sat out for 30 minutes
Yes.
just to breathe. Friday was beautiful.
Right.
Saturday
Saturday-
was pretty nice.
Yeah, almost all day.
Yeah. And then, yesterday we wake up, a lot of rain. North Alabama, woo. And even parts of our area got a lot of flooding. And we could still deal with some of that today. So y'all be careful out there. And I mean, what is with, you're going down the road and the entire road is covered with obvious, it's not a puddle. It's the road is flooded.
A pool.
Why are people going through that?
I think they always think that
I
it's
can
just
get
a
through it.
shallow, and I don't know what else to do. I'm not going to turn around and if it's just, if it's a foot deep, I'm good.
Well, you don't know if it's a foot
That's
deep.
correct. And that's why you see these pictures. Like I showed you, that lady in Gadsden is up to her headlights in water. I'm
Now,
sure she thought it was.
Here's the thing. I know everybody's like, I got somewhere to go. Everybody has somewhere to go. Unless you're in a pickup truck with a huge lift and you're not super concerned and you think you can get through, or a Jeep or something like that, the little four-door sedan, why are you risking that? You're going to flood your car out. The water is going to pour into your car.
Let's say
You might get stuck, and then you might start floating, and then guess what? Now you're in real trouble.
Let's say you encounter this 20 times. 19 times you get through without a problem. The other time your engine floods. Did you make a good bet? No, I don't think so.
I
With
just
the
don't
expense
understand.
of that.
I'm like, turn around. There's got to be a better way.
Right.
And if there's not a way out from your residence or whatever it is, okay, well,
Call in.
is the world going to end? If you got to turn around and go home and go, I can't get through.
We do that on snow days and no one says a word.
Right. But if you put a little water, a foot and a half of water someplace where it collects, and people try to go through it all the time. I don't understand that.
These big old waves and you've seen in places they move cars around like it's sticks.
Yeah. I'll give you an instance. There was a situation back in River Chase, in the neighborhood back there, where it was flooding really, really bad. And I think it was at night. There's a couple of kids in a car. The water was up over the river bank and coming across the road. And they thought that, hey, no problem, we'll just go through it. Well, that didn't. The water picked him up, and I think one of them died.
Oh.
I think it took them into the river because it's dark, you don't know what's going on, and you're not going to fly through there. You're not going to make it through, and they didn't. It's either one or both. I can't remember that. But it was a horrific story. I'm like, don't play with that. Don't play
Common
with Mother
sense
Nature.
is not that
wins.
common.
Right. Mother Nature, when it comes to things, whether you think you're a good swimmer in the ocean and there's riptides and you're going to go swim, or, it's going to be something like that, it's like, your life is so much more valuable than 5 minutes of, inconvenience.
Older people understand this better than younger.
Do they? Okay, never mind. That means we're old. All right, Spud.
You
Do they
always
really?
have me to-
Because how many of them actually go, hey, y'all, watch this?
That's
Uh-huh,
right.
We get
Oh,
that.
my beer.
Exactly.
All right, so Spud wanted a Spud's turn because we do Steve's turn, which will be coming up in the 9 o'clock hour. But we'll give you a couple of minutes here on the stage.
I appreciate that.
It is. We don't have an intro, but
No, that's
it's
okay.
No, we don't. I'm sorry.
Spud's turn.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Friday night, the group Three Dog Night performed at the Alabama Theater.
I'm well aware.
Yeah, that's what you turned down.
I said
But
no,
if you
thank
known
you.
I was going, you might have
Yeah,
reconsidered.
I might have gone. Hey, well, wait a minute.
We can pal up and see what happens. So at any rate, Three Dog Night for you younger people was essentially the biggest group in the world from 71 to about 74. Hit after hit after hit. Three Dog Night has nothing to do with the fact there were three lead singers. Three Dog Night is an Alaskan term for it's so cold I need three dogs around me to keep me warm at night. Denny Hutton, the only one still alive, along with Chuck Negron and Corey Wells, were the lead singers, and they had a million hits. Even if you thought, I don't know them that well, if you'd have sat in the concert, said, oh, I know that song, I know that song, I know that song, and that's how it was. They had an opening act, a four-man group from Knoxville, played some rock and roll, wasn't really aimed at the audience, probably an oldies group, maybe the Cash Domino Killers would have been a little better opening. They played, Steve, what's the one rule for a nostalgia band?
Play the hits.
Play the hits. It's that simple. They play. I got AI to tell me their top 20 most popular hits. They played 15 of them.
Wow,
so I can't
pretty
complain
good.
about that.
Yeah.
But they also played 4 songs. Y'all know the song "Somebody's Baby," Jackson Brown.
Yeah.
Uh,
So they redid it.
they redid it into a softer song. It probably would have been a hit. People just didn't come to hear that. They also did a song that Denny wrote. It was a lot about him. He was the main lead singer. He's a song called "Wouldn't It Be Good" from the Pretty in Pink soundtrack. At any rate, they played that. They played a song he said he started working out in the Hollywood area for Hanna-Barbera, and he wrote a song that included him as a animated character on the Flintstones.
Oh, funny.
So he sang a trio with Fred and Barney, and they played that song, and then they played an a cappella song that got a real good review. The other ones you all heard of. I would say if there was one song that they didn't play that I thought was a must is "Pieces of April."
Oh, yeah, that's
And
a great
it
one.
could have to do with he wasn't the lead singer on that one,
Yeah.
or there was some friction, but it was, the Alabama Theater is a great place. If you ever get a chance to hear a concert you really want to hear there, the acoustics are terrific, the seating is comfortable, there's plenty of parking around there, it's easy in and out, well lit.
I will tell you the other one is the Lyric Theater. I've been
Lyric-
there now 3 or 4 times for a couple of shows. Love the Lyric Theater. I think they did a beautiful job renovating that, and the history of that place. Wow.
Danny Hutton is 83 years old and is still belting these songs out
It's
at full
amazing.
pitch, like "Joy to the World." That was the last song they did. But songs like "Easy to Be Hard," "Shambhala," "Old Fashioned Love Song," "Liar," "Black and White," "Eli's Coming," "Out in the Country." I mean, you just one after another. He had his sons, one playing bass and one playing drums. He didn't really reveal that till
Till
near
later?
the end of the concert.
that's
and
pretty
said,
cool.
Let me tell you that.
So people were like, "Who are these
That's
guys?"
right. Just we thought studio musicians he hooked up with.
And
It
there were
turns out they were
sons.
really solid rhythm section.
Huh.
Paul Kingery played the lead guitar and sang a lead vocals on several songs and a backup. And a guy named Woody Mankowski also sang the lead. So that was their 3 lead singers to complete the Three Dog Night thing. And then they had a real active keyboardist named Howard. He was just energetic and banging away on those keyboards. But they sang all the songs. It was pretty good. I didn't know the names because, he just announced them out and sort of said. So I wrote Three Dog Night over the weekend at their website and said, send me the list. And she sent me an email back like within hours of that. So I wrote her back and said, I'll tell you a couple of Three Dog Night stories and I'll finish with this. I bet I've seen them 12 times.
Really?
They
Wow.
played on South Side in 5 Points South.
When?
The Olympics in '94 when we had some of the soccer games here.
Yeah, I remember it.
And they played, and I was sitting with a friend in a lawn chair right there up next to the band playing on 20th Street. They played in Montgomery's concert hall, and it's fantastic. If you've never been down there, that's a good one to go to. They played at Rickwood Field after a Barons game one night.
Oh, how neat.
And I thought I recognized Paul Kingery as having played then, but much longer blonde hair down to here and a white Flying V Gibson guitar. So I wrote him. I'm hoping that I hear back from Paul
Listen
to say,
to you,
that
reaching
was
out to
me.
all
He
of
said, I
them.
can't believe you remember that. And I also, one of the very few albums I ever owned in all 5 formats, vinyl, 8-track, CD,
Oh, my goodness.
cassette, and MP3, was their live album called Captured Live at the Forum.
Well, you must have been
Give
a
it a
huge
listen.
fan.
I'm a huge fan, and I was singing
'Cause
along
you know what?
with them.
Not very many people can say that now, Spud.
There were about
You had-
800 to 1,000 people there. Mostly, it looked like AARP meeting had let out. That's what it's kind of like down there. And we're singing along and standing up with the canes and walkers dancing.
But you had a good time. That's
Oh,
what,
fantastic!
that's
I would if they started over. I
Yeah.
would have stayed for the whole concert again.
Wow.
That's how good it was.
Well, I'm glad it was good. I thank you for that review because I know a lot of people went and enjoyed it over the weekend.
You had a friend that went,
Yeah.
and
They loved it.
That's
They
right.
had a great time.
That's terrific.
And I was like, oh, okay.
Maybe I
Maybe I
should've.
really missed out.
Maybe I should have.
But I said, no, That's great. Thank you for the review. Three Dog Night at the Alabama Theater Friday night. Glad you had a good time. It is 8:46. When we come back, a little food talk for you here on Talk 99.5.
Ooh, they just wrote me and said, "How did you leave a review?" Maybe I'll do that.
That was interesting to watch on YouTube.
51. Talk995, talk995.com. I had to open the curtain. I needed to see what it looks like outside, and it's
Cloudy.
cloudy. Yeah. Chance of rain today, 60%. So hang on to your umbrella. It might be a little bit later on today. We'll check out radar here in a minute and see what it's all about, and hope all of you had a great weekend. We had Brooks in here on Friday, and she was so sweet because she heard of a new Bluebell ice cream, and on her way into the studio Friday morning, which would have been, I don't know, 5:20, 5:30, she stopped at the store to see if she could find this Bluebell flavor. And she was so mad because she wanted us to taste test it. And it was the red, white, and blue Bluebell ice cream. And I said, I bet we find it after the show. I think it's blueberry, strawberry, and vanilla. If I recall, that's what she said.
That makes good sense.
Yeah. For the 4th of July, red, white, and blue, and the 250th anniversary. Bluebell, pretty smart to put out that edition of ice cream. I found it.
Oh, did you?
I
Okay.
did find it. I found it Friday afternoon at a local store. I have not opened it yet. I have not taste tested it yet. I have no idea what it tastes like. So
Okay.
I don't know whether to save it for like the July 4th weekend or if I'd bust into it and just risk not having it and maybe trying to find another one between now.
Well, it might help you to
And
know
then-
whether or not you want to get more of it.
Yeah, that's true too. Because sometimes you get something and it's not. I'll tell you what I had recently that was really good was the strawberry cheesecake. I know Ben and Jerry's.
wrong
I
with
know
that?
where they are politically. Oh my gosh, it's really good. It was really really delicious.
Don't deprive yourself of something you like because of someone else's politics. Aren't you the world's leading expert on what you like?
Yes.
And do you like strawberry shortcake ice
But
cream?
I think there's other people that
Strawberry
make it. I
cheesecake ice cream.
Yeah,
Come
it was
on.
really good. The other thing I discovered, and I put this up on social media because I was blown away at how good and we've talked about it on the air before because Richard is a huge fan of pickles.
Yes.
Mustard and pickles. I think his refrigerator must be filled with those two things because he talks about he's got like 10 different kinds of mustard, and then he starts talking about pickles. Well, something came up a couple of weeks ago about Grillo's pickles. And I was like, Grillo's pickles? And apparently they are in the chilled area of the grocery store. I think Clausen maybe is also
Somewhere
another
in-
one
yeah,
that's
I
over
think
there
so, yeah.
with it. But I was like, you know what? I'm tired of hearing about it and reading about it because I ran across something else last week on them. I was like, I'm just going to get some and try them. So I picked up some of the Grillos and took them home. And I was like, I wasn't fixing anything. I just said, I'm just going to open it up and try it.
Little
Oh,
slices or spears? Or
Spears.
Spears, yeah.
I was so good, y'all. It is filled with dill, like real dill. Like you can see the,
Yeah, it's floating in there.
it's floating in the liquid of the dill. Oh my gosh, y'all! I'm ruined. I don't think I can
It's
ever
a
go
great
back.
snack, and it's on any diet you're on, unless I guess you're on a real low,
zero
low
calories,
sodium.
0 points.
Right,
except
and
for the
it
sodium.
has some fillingness to it.
It
The
is.
saltiness kind of fills you up a little.
I went right. It took me back to my childhood because there was a place in Miami called Pumpernicks.
Oh,
It was
we've eaten
one,
there.
It is one of the best
Yes.
Jewish delicatessens.
Yes.
The real deal delicatessen. You
Yes.
walk in, there's all the stuff hanging, the salami and stuff. Deli, you know what do you want to? They make sandwiches. I mean, it was the rage when it opened up in South Miami, and they had jars of these pickles on every one of the tables, and you just served yourself. It was like
was-
an appetizer.
Right, like chips and salsa.
Yeah, just like chips, but it was there, and they were in these big chilled jars, and you got your little prong, and you got your spear, and you put it on your plate, and you ate it before your food arrived on your table. It tasted exactly like that.
Wow.
I was like,
You got me now.
It took me right back to my childhood. I was
Well-
like, that's a real dill pickle.
And as you texted that to Richard and me, and I
did. I
responded
was like-
back that it is a very rare occasion that either I or Karen will go to like Costco, and that's not on the shopping list,
And you get it.
and I have to get it every
Now,
time
is it
because she
the-
swears by them.
Is it a huge container?
Oh yeah, it's a Costco sized container. Yes,
And the only problem with that is that there is an expiration on the.
Karen's not worried about the expiration.
Nor do I.
She will
Well,
right through it.
well, hang on. On a regular, like, what? Give me some
Milk?
No. Other pickles on the non-chilled, just the regular aisle. That you can go 2 years, right? There's like 2027 or
guess, I don't know.
2028
These
on them.
have a very short expiration.
Oh, it's like 1 month. I checked them all. I was like, well, are these just all old Grillos that are on the? And I determined that because it's on the chilled aisle, they have a shorter shelf life than pickles that are on the shelf where they're not chilled, on the regular pickle aisle. You know what I'm saying? So check that out.
That's
I mean,
a significant difference.
it is huge. Like I was like, okay, these are only good for like 6 weeks. I got to eat all these in 6 weeks. Oh, I won't have a problem doing that because they're really good. But I thought that was unusual. I was like, okay, well that makes sense. Why they're being chilled?
Right.
Because they may not be using the same preservatives that are in a normal
That's
pickle
almost
jar.
certainly the right answer. That must be the right answer. Maybe that's why
Just-
it tastes better
Maybe because they're fresh.
and no preservatives.
I don't know. All right, last food thing I'm going to just as a reminder to all of my friends who have heard me grump and gripe for 2 years since 2024. I don't remember really which month it was when Chick-fil-A took away, they decided to no longer serve. And they said, oh, it's seasonal. It'll be back soon.
And it hasn't
That
been.
was 2 years ago. My Chick-fil-A friends, the pimento chicken sandwich with a hot honey and jalapeno returns today.
Now, is this limited time or is this a permanent addition to the menu?
I don't know. And it's so funny because when somebody put it out on social media, I think it was Facebook, and they were like, Chick-fil-A, thank goodness, finally bringing back the pimento. And I say this again, and I'm there's one way to do this. I'm not a pimento cheese fan. Leave it in the wrap, let it all melt. By the time you get home, it's perfect. You'll take it out. The whole thing is a melty, delicious, gooey mess that's fabulous.
Sure.
I don't know how long it's been gone. There's a lot of people but all of the people that loved that sandwich that are thrilled that it's back were also saying one other food item. And it is the other food item I said Chick-fil-A needs to bring back that they did away with. And that's the coleslaw. I know coleslaw is not loved by everyone, but I used to take that little coleslaw before the pimento chicken sandwich came along and dumped it on the sandwich like they do at a lot of places around Alabama. They put slaw on their chicken sandwiches.
Right.
I loved their slaw, and I loved putting it on the chicken
They took
sandwich.
out the slaw?
No, they took it away years ago.
Yeah,
Number of
it's
years
been gone
ago.
for a while.
But you'd like mayonnaise slaw and vinegar?
Oh,
or just,
I prefer mayonnaise
Me
slaw,
too.
but I'll eat vinegar. I like slaw in
not as
general.
much.
But
It depends.
I like
There are certain places that do it better than others.
Right.
Like Full Moon.
yeah.
Full Moon's great.
Yeah, Full Moon is very good. There's a few places that do it right.
Yeah, and then there's some that are over the top, and you're like, whoa, that's
Yeah.
a little tart.
So if they could bring that back too, and again, it was funny because everybody was like, "Oh, the sandwich is back," and then right beside it, "Bring back the slaw, bring back the slaw," and I was like, "Oh, so I'm not the only one."
Well, and for me, I wouldn't mind trying the pimento, but the Nashville hot honey and the jalapeno, yeah, I'm
You
out.
can,
I'm out.
I've had them hold the jalapeno because I'm not a huge jalapeno fan. So get them to hold it
Yeah.
and try it that way.
I consider that.
Yeah, or take them off when you get them. But I'm trying to refrain. I was supposed to, Monday I start back, eating healthy, and if I want to splurge on the weekend, I don't know what I'm going to do with this today. I might have to go
enjoy.
Chick-fil-A. Says Spud, who's on Wegovy.
That's right. Enjoy one for me, too.
Have two.
Or 3. Come on. Slather that, the hot honey, and it's,
Someday they're going to have a way to make it so that you can eat anything and everything you want as much as you want.
that's called
And-
heaven. That's where you're.